We're here for the 6th round of the FIA Formula E Championship at the Qatar Airways Paris ePrix. The Eiffel Tower in the background over there. The drivers are just starting their track walk now. This is the final corner after you come out of the pit lane, so we're going to make our way around and see if we can find some drivers to speak to about this Paris circuit. Sam Bird has joined us here at Turn 1. You like this Turn 1?
Towards the end of the race last year, I overshot Turn 1 under pressure from Seb, and I learned not to brake in the middle of the track because it's actually crowned a little bit, and the car basically, it sat down on the floor and popped up, and then I locked up and shot down here. But I thought the recovery was...
No, it was cool. That was 10 out of 10. What do you make of this circuit?
I mean, I like it. To be here in such an impressive backdrop is great. You know, it's important to have a race here. This is where the FIA is based, and there's a huge fan base here in Paris. So yeah, I'm really happy to be back.
We're here with Robin Franks, the Andretti driver. This part of the track, it's all cobbles underneath. They put nice smooth tarmac over, so it must be entirely different to the rest of the circuit.
It is a bit different, yeah. I think, as I remember from last year, the grip level is a bit higher than the other part of the track, but still Turn 4 is a very tricky corner. Braking while turning in, the rear always wants to come away from you, which happened a lot in the simulator with me.
And there's quite a few good overtaking opportunities. You did quite a good one round there, didn't you, I think, last year?
Between Turn 6 and 7, there's one, but it's dangerous because it's so short. There are some, but you need to be prepared.
Are you prepared?
Always.
Okay, best of luck. So the cobbles that are all around this part of Paris have been laid over with this tarmac, and this tarmac actually, it was the same last year, gets laid over it to protect the cobbles, and then after the race gets chipped up and removed again so the cobbles are protected, and that means that this whole kind of section of the circuit has a lot more grip because it's brand new asphalt compared to the rest of the track. So if you look at the circuit, this is part of the problem with being on a street track, is how much it rises here, crests and then falls away, and that's because you've got this road coming across which has a big crown in it for drainage, but that means it's a huge old hump here before you then head down. So these are the kind of things that can really catch you out on a street circuit. So then you come out of Turn 7 and head up here towards Turn 8, and this is Oliver Turvey from the Next EV Neo team. It's a tricky little track, this one.
Yeah, it's got a lot of different tarmacs, quite bumpy in places, and 2 long straights, some tricky twisty sections, so yeah, a real challenge, but looking forward to it.
Is it possible to overtake up into this right-hander at 8?
Yeah, we saw some overtaking last year, so yeah, I think it is possible to overtake. I think Turn 1 is probably the best spot, but then if you can get a good run out of the hairpin, you can have a chance into here as well.
Final couple of corners on the circuit, this difficult?
Yeah, it's a tricky bit because all these corners, this corner, the next one and the last one, they are kind of connected. So, for example, you could do this corner flat out, but then you are in the wrong position for the next one. And then you have to manage the position for the next one to be in the right position for the other one. Then you can always gain a little bit of speed in one corner, but you lose in another. So you have to find the perfect balance.
We're here with Daniel Abt as well. What do you have to say about this track? Say something.
It's very technical. It's a very tricky track. Last year, because it's quite cold, we struggled a lot, or everyone struggled a lot to get the temperatures working. So that was quite tricky, and I think we're going to see a very exciting race because it's very easy to make mistakes here.
It's not that hot this weekend.
It's not, but the tires have changed compared to last year, and they're actually a bit easier to get up to temperature. So I think we will not see as much trouble as last year, but still it's not going to be easy.
Pit lane entry, tricky?
Yes, pit lane exit is quite tricky also, so no, I think it's not too bad, you know, to be honest. It's just that the pit lane is very narrow, so if there's a problem in the pit lane, it's a bit of a problem for everyone. But yeah, the whole track is tricky anyway.
Pachito, this is a tricky little sequence of corners here.
First time for me here, but yeah, it feels like tarmac, you know, it changes a lot and you have a lot of paint. Yeah, a real street circuit. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard in terms of driving, but this is a challenge. It's the same for everyone. So maybe if you're well prepared, maybe you can do a little bit of a difference as well.
So that's a look at the circuit, and make sure you join us for all the action over the course of the weekend.